Let's have a round of applause. He runs the Susan Satriano Foundation. He's my good friend Joe Satriano. Let's give a round of applause. And I want to start this interview with a question, Joe. Okay? Follow me, Rocco. Joe, what am I doing?
Looks to me like you're sweeping something.
Am I sweeping?
Am
Am I sweeping? Am I sweeping? I had to do it to Joe. A little inside joke. You see, Joe and I were very good friends, but we have a big difference. I am a diehard Boston Red Sox fan because I grew up in Boston, parked the car in Harvard Yard. I grew up as a Bostonian, so the Red Sox are always in my blood. And Joe is a diehard Yankee fan, and even though he's got 27 championships and I only have 6. Recently, when the Yankees went to Boston, what happened, Joe?
I believe they used that broom.
Yes, there was a sweep. So I couldn't resist that prop, Joe. So I had to. And I do remember there was a thing called, and it happened in 1978. I know it very well. It's called the Boston Massacre, where the Yankees went into Fenway Park and absolutely clobbered the Red Sox 4 games in a row. So this time I don't think the Red Sox clobbered the Yankees. The Yankees gave away the 4th game. But and you know what, Joe? I'll be honest with you. I don't count the Yankees out. Any Red Sox fan that would ever count the Yankees out is foolish, because even though they won the 4-game sweep, the Yankees were without 2 huge bats, Gary Sanchez and Aaron Judge. And if they meet in the playoffs and those 2 big bats are in the lineup and it's only a 3 out of 5, I say it's even. And that I give the Yankees every chance in the book to beat the Red Sox. Because in my mind, when it comes to playoff baseball, if the team with a better bullpen always has a big edge, and I think the Yankees have a much better bullpen than the Red Sox. So even though I'll enjoy the sweep, I'm telling you right now, I will never ever count the Yankees out.
Now you're talking, Howie. Finally some sense. No, listen, there's proof in the pudding. I hearken back, and I never use the word hearken, except for this moment. I hearken back to the Seattle Mariners, who won 116 games, I forget what year it was, and they couldn't go over the top. The Yankees beat them in the playoffs. They didn't win the World Series. So let's see what happens in the playoffs, and then we'll talk. Because both teams are going to make the playoffs. We know that.
Yeah. And also, too, is that, I look at the Red Sox, for them to win a World Series, and most likely they would have to beat the Yankees, which is not an easy thing. Then they would have to beat probably the Houston Astros, who beat them up pretty badly last year in the playoffs, and were a great team. And that would probably be 4 out of 7, and then they have to play the National League. So to beat the Yankees and the Astros, that's a mighty tall tale. So I think whoever comes out in the American League is probably going to win the World Series, but I look at it between and the Indians are an excellent team too. So I think between the Yankees, the Indians, the Astros, and the Red Sox, the American League is going to be a fascinating playoff because you got 4 really, really good teams.
Well, there are a lot of good teams out there. Even the Oakland A's you can't count out. They're playing above their heads as well. But the Red Sox will eventually lose. I know that. Like the sun will rise, And, maybe we can gain some ground on you guys. Like I told you before the show, this is very sobering thought for Yankee fans. We went 6-1 last week, and we still lost the game, or half a game. So in the standings. But it's okay. I can accept my lot in life. And 27 World Championships. How many did you say you have?
Well, I like more recent history. Since 2004, in the last 14 years, the Red Sox have won 3 and the Yankees have won 1. So I like recent history better than ancient history, Joe.
Yeah, well, I'm ancient, so that's why I go back. But I don't know if you know, we drafted this young kid named Babe Ruth. I don't know if you heard of that.
Actually, he was drafted by the Red Sox, and he was sold to the Yankees for a play called No No Nanette. True story. And probably the worst move the Red Sox ever made. Because not only did they get rid of the great Babe Ruth, but they sold him to the Yankees.
Well, everyone has a cross to bear, Howie. But anyway, so are we finished with that topic?
Absolutely. We can move on. Let's move on.
Okay, great. So.